A coming-of-age story set in Harlem in 2019 makes its world premiere on the Boston Arts Academy stage. The Ufat Family Cycle continues with its fifth installment of playwright Mfoniso Udofia's 9-play intergenerational story. Kufre Nkwe is about the friendship between a 12-year-old African boy who arrives in New York's Little Senegal and an African-American girl. The boy, Kufre, is the grandson of Abasiama, the matriarch, who started this story in the Huntington Theater-produced Sojourners. And joining us today is Kufre Nkwe's director, the award-winning Nigerian filmmaker, actor, and playwright, John Oluwe Adekoche. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Okay, so in order to tell the story of this generation of the Ufat family, you needed young people. What was the process for creating the cast?
Luckily enough, I teach at Boston Arts Academy.
Okay.
And so we have a lot of theater students, young actors, who are learning the process. And we thought we would take them through the whole steps of what it's like to be a professional actor.
Yeah, that's very important. I would imagine that's, as you say, very important for Boston Arts Academy students to work on this for a professional level production. Tell us about some of the lead actors that came out of the process.
So it took us about probably 3 weeks to find the main cast. Kufre Levi, we found in Newton. We looked all over the place because it's supposed to be an 11-year-old, 12-year-old kid, and we don't have that. So we looked around town. The rest of the cast we found at school. So we did a rigorous amount of rehearsals, rigorous amount of auditions to get to the point where we got the right combination of students in the same room.
Now, the play explores the contrast between African and African-American culture. What are some of the differences that Kufre Nkwe navigate?
Okay, so this is a good one.
This is a good one.
So Kufre comes from Nigeria, obviously, and he comes with the expectation that America will be different. He's read in the textbooks say something completely different from what he's going to witness. And he's trying to understand the difference between what he's read in the textbook, what is very idealized, and what is really happening in America. And so as he goes to this center, he realizes that there's a lot of divisions, not just divisions between African Americans and him as a Nigerian, but other Africans as well. They don't consider him to be African in the same way they are. They consider themselves to be New York Africans, meaning they're more hipped.
Yes.
And he's not, because he just came. And so that division also helps. And then the African Americans also deem him differently because he's just totally...
So he's kind of caught in the middle.
He just caught in the middle.
Caught in the middle. Now, we say you're a faculty member at the Boston Arts Academy, and you're working with students from everywhere, all different kinds of backgrounds. How have you observed the contrast between African and Black American culture?
Because that's my story too.
Okay.
So,
you're living it.
I'm living it. I was like, I'm Kufre. So I was born here in the United States. However, I went back to Nigeria for a long time and then came back here. And when I came back here, I could clearly see the differences. The difference between how Nigerians see America and how African Americans see Nigerians. And this happened throughout college. It's the same thing that's happening on our campus. Until people really know you and really understand where you're coming from, that there's no real connection. So it's assumptions being made.
Assumptions and labels.
Yeah, many labels. We can create, we're very good at making new labels every day, meaning the same thing. I don't understand you, and I don't want to understand you, or I'm trying to understand you. Kwe is trying to understand. She's in the middle. She's also a Black nerd like he is, super intelligent, and they are navigating the space together because nobody's really connecting with them. So that's the magic of this play.
And this Ufat Family Cycle is a partnership of many different organizations around Boston, including the Boston Arts Academy. What are the different partnerships involved in this particular production?
So we have, obviously, Boston Arts Academy, we have the Wheelock Theater, we have the Huntington Theater. Those are the three major groups that are helping make this. I
can't wait to see it. I've seen all the plays so far. John, thank you so much for joining us today. Everybody, Kufre Nkwe runs Thursday, July 10th through Saturday, July 26th, 2025 at the Boston Arts Academy Main Stage Theater.